Welcome to your Saturday morning escape. The coffee's hot, the ocean is waking up, and somewhere out there, another perfect day at sea is beginning. This is the Morning After Show with Kat and Matt, your Saturday morning place for cruise talk, smart cruising, and a little inspiration for wherever your next getaway may take you. So settle in, say hello in the chat, and let us know where you're watching from this morning. Whether you're planning your first cruise, counting down to your next one, or just dreaming from the couch with a coffee in hand, you're in the right place. Around here, we keep it relaxed, we keep it real, and we help you cruise smarter, not harder. Coming up this morning, cruise news, travel tips, ships, ports, deals, and mistakes to avoid, and a look ahead at upcoming Cat and Matt hosted adventures. Good morning, everyone. Grab your coffee. Settle in. Welcome into the Morning After Show. Today we are joined by two of our favorite people in the cruise community. We have Jeremy and Sheryl from
Cruising is Fun Anytime.
And Go Live Together. Because Go Live Together, I think it is the show that I am up pretty much every day. There's a pattern of people that I watch every single morning. It is the show that I watch right before I start my work day. Mm-hmm. And I got to say, absolutely love the community you guys have. Love the engagement. I love the community. So guys, you make me smile every morning. And we wanted to get you on our show to share that, obviously, and to get to know you guys a little bit better. So guys, if you wouldn't mind, tell us a little bit about yourselves.
1 second before she gets started. Thank you for having us on the show, and you picked the perfect week to do this. This is our 5-year YouTube anniversary.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
Juneteenth was our 5th year YouTube anniversary, so thank you so much for showcasing what we do after 5 years of hard work and finally getting a chance to meet you guys. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much.
Yes,
We love
the same way. I do. I feel the same way because this is our first interview this year. Because see, what happened was we moved from Galveston up here, and we used to do interviews all the time. But then this time we had to stop, hold off, and see. The studio was going to be who's, well, of course, he was going to get the bigger one. And I got the little corner desk because I don't know. I'm no one.
Yes, I had the little one.
You got the little one too. Yeah, I got the little one. But anyway, that wasn't what you asked me. Let me go back to the question. The question was, see, this is it. I want to know a little bit about you. See, he talks like that. It's radio voicey. Man,
That should have been a radio for real. Matt, you really should have been a radio for real.
I got to say, Kat said that to me for years, and I kept saying, "What are you trying to tell me? I don't have a face for video."
Mm.
And
Not at all.
like I kind of took it as the backwards compliment. It's like, "Yeah, thanks, babe. I appreciate it." And she's like, "Maybe you should think about podcasts." So then I put it on our podcast, and I was listening. And I'm like, "Oh wow, I get it."
Yeah, you get it because you do. And that's what, and I don't even know what the question was. It was something about.
Tell us a little bit more about yourselves.
Okay, I can do that.
Galveston.
Okay, we moved from Galveston. We were down there. That's where I met Jeremy because I'm a cougar. And so let me tell you, yeah, I had all my claws out like that. But, and then he it was okay because when he met me, I had cancer. And I don't have cancer anymore, they say.
Congratulations.
Right. And then guess what? God said, let there be a joke in their life. So he threw a stroke off in there. And then he said, let there be more fun in their lives. He said, we're going to give them a kid. Oh my God. Things just kept, God has a sense of humor.
He does.
And then after that, he said, we're going to let her have relations. And I said, God, seriously, I just can't do this. Oh, this is just too much. And then after that, he said, what did God say? And then I said, I don't know what God said, but anyway, I thought that I was going to get pregnant. I said, I used to read these, what do you call those trash magazines? And
Oh,
somebody 90 years old got pregnant. I used to read those things. And so anyway, I said, oh my goodness, I'm going to get pregnant. But then I said, who is going to be the father? It's going to be like Jesus and Mary or whatever. And then after that, and see, my kids are grown. Yeah, my kids are grown. And my kids love him. Because, see, they don't have to take care of me. He takes care of me. And he and the home health people, I get home health. But
go free flow.
they've been letting me go free flow.
And there's nothing wrong with that. We love when you go free flow. It makes our morning, right? It absolutely does. I do have a question for both of you.
Okay, come on. I'm ready.
What got you hooked on cruising? And cruising, guys in the chat, while these guys answer, let us know in chat. Take a quick poll. Let us know what got you hooked on cruising. We got 4 different options, but please, we want to know why cruising.
Okay, for me, I told you he was quiet. For
He is
me,
I was waiting.
He's
I
quiet.
was waiting for my turn.
I got a
An
thrust.
opportunity.
I have to thrust. I take physical therapy and I have to thrust because I'm not sitting correctly. Okay, now thrusting. Okay, for me, my dad died, and he told me and my sisters were Royal Caribbean people, and nothing but Royal Caribbean. And so he said, I want you all, I'm leaving you money so you can go on trips together. And I said, okay. And so my sister said, oh, we want to go on Royal Caribbean. I said, I don't know what a Royal Caribbean is. And so I said, I know about Carnival. And I said, why don't we try Carnival for my first cruise? And so they said, okay. So we went on Carnival. I looked at that big ship and I said, out of Galveston, and I said, how's it going to stay up? So naturally,
Question.
I did. I said, how's that ship going to stay up? And then I said, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to check on the internet and read about ships staying up on water. So that's what I did. And then I also went and got one of those at the store. You can get a toy ship and put it, I was grown now, in the bathtub with you and see if it floats. And it does float. Go figure. So a toy ship and a big ship.
Same thing. Just more weight on the bigger one. That's all it is.
Yeah, and go figure. I figured it out because of the internet.
Soft landing into cruising because of her. She told me all about this wonderful vacation that we could go on. And then we started watching YouTubers.
Mhm.
We watched the big ones, and you pretty much know which ones we're talking about.
Right.
And so I'm like, okay, this is how this person experienced this. But what about this Carnival cruise we talking about? And so we started watching Carnival cruises, and I'm like, that's a party. That's nice.
That's
And
nice.
so my first ship was the Breeze, September 4th, 2021. After
Nice.
restart. I don't know old school cruising like y'all know old school cruising. So I'm brand new to this cruising thing. It's not, it's a cool vacation. It really is. And it's almost all inclusive. And I love it. Once you put your money down, you pretty much don't have to pay for anything if you don't want to. That's the part that I like about it. And you don't have to worry about being a designated driver. You don't have to worry about anything with cruising. I love it. It's all there.
And we've cruised with our daughter. She's had Jeremy in the nightclub.
Ooh.
The ship, yeah. And we couldn't get up the next day. Yes.
So, out of the two of you, who was the first one that was addicted to cruising.
Cheryl, she got him into it.
Well, that doesn't mean
That's
she was
an
addicted.
obvious question.
She was on 8 cruises before she met me.
Oh,
See?
wow. 8 cruises before.
Yeah. And that we've been on 12 or 13 together. So we have been on a lot of cruises.
We are getting there. We're getting close. We hit 12 this year. We've got 6 more planned for
Next
the next
year and a half.
year. Yeah. We keep booking and just keep going on. So I absolutely get exactly what you're saying about it. It is like no other thing for us. I don't know if you know our origin story. I had to convince her to cruise because I've always wanted to.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm a germaphobe,
she is
and I
a
was thinking it's a floating petri dish.
Yeah.
So
Huge germaphobe. And our very first cruise was, we were living up in Washington State and made the usual first time cruise mistake of traveling in the same day
and almost missed it.
from Seattle to Long Beach, and the flight was canceled. Yep. We were standing in the airport when the flight was canceled. And Kat ended up getting us 4 last minute tickets. We were pier runners day one.
Getting on the boat.
I was hooked. Not being a pier runner. The moment I got on board, I was hooked, and it's taken a few extras since then. So,
And our first was Carnival. It was
Yep.
the first ones we went on was Carnival, and then we went on Royal, and we've been with Royal for quite a bit, and then we just sailed NCL this past spring.
and
So
Princess,
and
yeah,
Princess last.
Princess.
yeah,
Oh,
amazing cruise.
My goodness, Princess is the one for me. But I like NCL.
hmm
I
We-
do.
We have not found a cruise that we haven't liked yet.
No,
There's been bad experiences on cruise, bad service on cruise, bad food sometimes, but the cruise itself,
Yeah.
never.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
I haven't had a bad cruise. I have, looking back over my life, I haven't had one. And it's been a good cruise journey for me. A really good one.
Scotty.
Yeah. And to say if like we keep having good experiences on cruises. We were chosen for the Love and Marriage show. And that was his first cruise.
That's on our channel.
Oh, nice. Wow.
That
does
is
he-
on our channel.
you ever float-
Well, our first channel is called Jeremy and Sheryl Cruise Adventures, and that footage, that show, our older daughter was sitting in the audience filming. We had no idea. So the whole entire show, broke it up into the questions and answers, is on Jeremy and Sheryl Cruise Adventure. Anybody that wants that link, I am willing to send it to you. It's so easy. And guess who was our cruise director? It was Cookie.
Cookie.
It was Cookie. So he made the whole entire thing just bust your gut open. Do not drink anything while you watch this show. Otherwise, your computer monitor will match Scotty J's from a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
So,
Oh yeah, I am still doing it, and she made me do it the other day. I was spitting all over the TV the other day. And, yep.
Name.
Yeah, it called me.
Not advisable that you drink coffee during that segment. No,
We
no,
love
not at
to
all.
laugh. That's something that we do. We love to laugh.
Yes.
We love to laugh. That's the
Mhm.
big thing about us. We love to laugh.
And another thing that we love to do is we love to love. Cheryl, every time she watches a live stream, what she does is she shares it on her community tab. That is partly why cruising is fun anytime is so successful, is because we continue to look at other channels, we continue to watch them, and then share them whenever we're watching. And that's what we would like for people to do for us. So we go ahead and pay it forward in that way.
What do you mean? And I'm like, oh, you got to put that one up, and it's like, oh goodness gracious, it's going to be a long show because
You're not
you're
the
right.
issue.
I'm a control.
Take it to the head. Gerald, who said Gerald? I'm not going to read any more chats because Gerald's trying to take me.
Yeah, you got to go over to the widgets, my love. And oh, by the way, I didn't get to say put stop. There we
Didn't
go.
get to say what?
I didn't get to say this, and I say this on every live show.
Okay, come on. I'm ready.
I am so very thankful that she comes on and does this with me. And I say it every time. She is absolutely amazing. It took her just this fraction of the time to get ready this morning. And every time I look over at her and go, how the heck did this woman end up with me? So you look amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
And I am so happy that we're sharing this today with some great people. So
I'm in pain. I need something for pain. But it's also to keep me from doing things to the computer. Like when I want to touch it, yeah, when I want to touch the computer, Kat, let me tell you what I do. I pick this up and I don't touch the computer in the mornings. Or you'll see me hold it down low like this. And they give me little things Jeremy does. And the guys, they go along with this crap. They give me stuff to not touch the computer, because if I touch the computer, like one time this week, I touched it and Jeremy was in here like he might have been underdog or somebody, I don't know. But he came in and he had to put the computer back to where it was, and we were live this one morning, not this morning, because we didn't have a long time for me to do whatever I do to mess up in the mornings, because I mess up most mornings. Y'all just don't see it. But
It's on the journey.
and it's what makes you special and why people keep coming back, Cheryl. I'm not, it's honest, it's real.
Heck,
And
we were on a fight Wednesday night.
yeah, we literally got on a fight on Wednesday. It was like, I'm like, she could see the steam rising. It's what makes it real. But we do have a question from the chat. Scott's asked us a cool question. Kat and Matt and Jeremy and Cheryl, what is the favorite thing about your partner when you're on a cruise together? Not one thing, not a list. So we'll start with you guys. What is the favorite thing about Jeremy?
Just one.
Just one thing, Cheryl. So we got to keep you under control on this one.
okay, one thing. We make sure that the one thing that we do, this is our cadence now.
That's not the question, baby. Baby, that's not the question. What is your favorite thing about me whenever we are on the ship together?
But it's leading up to that.
Okay.
We have infringements, and we do that because we refrain. It's like what is that word? Abstain. Is that the word? For like a week or two before the cruise. So it would be like the first time we've infringed.
And you heard that here first, folks.
Wait! Oh God! No! Oh my God! Oh my God! Baby, did I say the right thing? Say yes.
No.
Oh my God! Oh.
So your favorite thing about me when we're on a cruise is that my favorite
What I
thing.
heard there, Jeremy, was
Okay, now
you wait till we're on a cruise and then you become someone completely different. That
That's
Cheryl
what-
and
47. Okay, I was going for more than that, but here we go. My favorite thing about Cheryl whenever we're on a cruise is that she answers all of my cruise questions because she has so much cruise experience. I don't have to go to guest services because of her. I do not have to think about what we're eating every day because of her. I do not have to think about nothing. She has the whole entire plan. That's what I like about her on the cruise.
all right. So I will go with Kat. The best thing that I like about Kat, it is the one time in our lives when we're on a cruise together, when it's just life is busy, life is hard, everybody has it, but it's the one time I get to be real with her and see word of the day is infringement. It really is.
Sorry, Danny.
I am so sorry.
Hey, and I can't follow that because what do you do with that after infringement? If I had coffee, I would have spit it all over
is really a health journey. When we started this health journey, let me tell you, people will say, "Oh, we're praying for you, Cheryl." Pray for Jeremy. I wake him up at 1:30 every morning. The alarm there's an alarm that goes off in case I oversleep, and I'm sorry. I'm that patient. I have an alarm that goes off that says when it goes off and I wake up, Jeremy, are you asleep? And of course he's asleep, but he says, no, I'm awake. What you need? But Cat, try it. I'm telling you, it
The
works.
infringement?
No infringement for the last week.
Try it, please.
Wait a whole week before you go on the cruise. A whole
Okay.
week. 1 week. That's a challenge. That is the cruise ship challenge.
That's a cruise ship challenge. Huh?
That's Jeremy's cruise ship challenge. Hold it for a week before you go.
Hold it for a week.
And tell me if it ain't magical when you get there.
I gotta agree. It's magical. Even
That,
when
that makes sense. I mean, it does. It really does.
He is.
And I want to address Keith right here. I am not a saint. I'm just decent. Okay. The thing that I do mostly is not cruising. It's not YouTube to give away on the street. My channel, social media, and all of
It doesn't cost anything for anyone to be kind, right? It's just treat people how you want to be treated.
Mhm.
You don't know what people are going through. If someone accidentally cuts you off on the road, it's not a personal infringement.
It might be
It's
a little.
you don't know if they got bad news. They don't know if they're taking care of their kid. You don't know what's going on in their world. They don't really acknowledge that you're there. It's not a personal slight. They don't know who you are.
Mhm.
That's just an example, right? And I just don't understand the rage people have towards each other. Just be nice. It's like
And let me tell you a secret, another secret. We were on our way evacuating from Barrel, and Jeremy very seldom let me drive the car. And
he doesn't let me drive very often.
the car. It's the car in quotations. Very seldom.
it's a classic 98 Jaguar Van Claus.
I-
Classic 98 Jaguar Van Claus. That's what it is.
And he never lets me drive it. But he was tired this time because Beryl had taken us through the Hurricane Beryl. And we were on our way to Dallas to evacuate after 2 days of no electricity and no way of knowing when it was going to be on. So we were on our way up here and he was so tired. And let me tell you, he said, babe, can you drive? I say, sure. I got behind. This is really not funny, y'all, but
It's not. It's horrible. We were in traffic and I'm falling asleep. And I'm like, I can't do it. I cannot stay woke. I pull over. I think, yeah, do that. And so we're still in traffic. I'm thinking she's going to be going 10 miles an hour. Okay, we're good. Let her sit in traffic, bring me beyond the traffic, then wake me up. I could take over. Because it was Beryl, it was a hurricane evacuation. I'm thinking we're going to be there for a couple of hours. I can give me some rest. Nope.
You got there in 7 minutes, didn't you?
No, sir. No. What I woke up to was her slamming on the brakes and us almost hitting the backside of an 18-wheeler still stuck in traffic.
and Hannah, see what
I came over. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Hannah was rubbing my shoulders and
was.
was putting me to sleep. I had went to sleep, and then Hannah screamed, "Mom, you're gonna hit the truck!" And why did she do that? Jeremy woke up, and oh my God! From that point on, I've not ever been able to. And this just happened, Hurricane Beryl. I don't know, last year or the year before. I don't know.
couple of years.
What I'd like to know is either your favorite cruise memory or an unexpected moment on board. And you can't use the pole dancing that I saw this morning, Cheryl, because that was amazing, by the way.
Oh my God. And what you didn't see that wasn't on camera was Scott was holding me up. He was holding me up. And then when I got back to my seat, Hannah held my hand to get me back to my seat. But favorite cruise moment was, oh my God. Wait, my daughter took a friend of hers, we'll just say in quotations, a friend of hers, a guy friend, on the cruise with us. He had never been on a cruise with us before, and he wasn't ready for the cruise. My daughter and Jeremy, they did the wobble on the Lido deck together and all of that kind of stuff. But I don't know, he acted strange. I mean, she's not with him anymore. She's not in the poly with him. But he acted strange. And so they immediately broke up after the cruise because I don't think he was ready for that. That was it. Him. Listen.
Turn off the alarm.
Okay, thank you. That was he's gone. Shh. That was one of those things. They quickly broke up after they got back. And it was no love lost because
I think if you're confined in a small area for a time and some things show, can I survive with that person or not?
right. And he couldn't do it and she didn't do it, and nobody in the family really wanted him to be the one. And so everybody in the family is just saying, okay, for the poly, yay. So
And for the poly.
All right, Jeremy, same question to you.
I thought she was going to cover one of my favorite stories. Even though I was the victim, I'll go ahead and throw myself under the bus because I know that she was probably thinking it. One day, I was asked by someone in the stateroom, I'm not going to call nobody's name, to take the dishes out because we like room service. Okay. And so, like an obedient husband, father, whatever category you want to put me in this scenario, I gladly oblige because, that's the thing that I do. I take the whole tray, holding the door open with my foot. I'm in my drawers. I put the tray down like I always do. My foot slipped the door and the door closed.
Oh, no.
I'm at the stateroom in my drawers, knocking on the door. Kids are at the kids club.
Back in.
The kids are at the kids club. She's in the stateroom and would not let me in. Would not let me in. I had to knock 5 times.
Wait. Oh, that was and guess what? If he has to go, I don't care if he has to go get a
If I'm
towel.
going to the bathroom, I'm grabbing my car.
Yes.
Do not leave your stateroom without your sailing sign card. That is a public service announcement.
One time, this is not on the cruise, but we were traveling and he went to the restroom. I had all the boarding passes as before all the digital technology. And I got off the plane with his boarding pass
Got on the plane.
and his ID.
Got on the plane. I'm like standing I'm standing there going, I had to go up to the gate agent and go, she has my boarding pass.
And it's
And the kids, it gets better because she had my ID. She had
I had his wallet.
all of it. I couldn't even say, hey, this is me. I'm like, no, you literally have to go get her off the plane so that I can get on.
Oh no.
I was the last one to board, and
I wanted to verify him.
yeah. And I have to say, the flight was a little delayed, not crazy amounts, but the looks that I got as I'm getting on that plane, and Kat is sitting there going,
Right.
yeah, just like going, thanks, baby. And she has some really great moments like that, that get me into some interesting situations. Like, originally from Canada and came down here for this amazing woman. We've been together 28 years. And it's been absolutely amazing. We started out living in Canada and then moved down here.
And we had bought a car up in Canada.
Yep.
And we were in the process trying to get the loan transferred so we could keep the car down here. it was denied. So we
Yeah,
had
they
to
didn't want
return
to
the
do
car.
it. So we had to return the car. So I'm taking the car back up. We're driving. She has the 2 kids in the back seat of her car. I'm driving the other car back up, and we're crossing the border. And they ask me, "Hey, anything to declare?" And I'm like, "No, we're just going
And
up."
what's your purpose?
You
All
know,
the standard questions.
all that. She gets to, and I'm right in front. So right after we're going across the border, she's crossing the border. She looks over at the border agent and goes, "Yeah, he's bringing in this car." I'm like 30 feet in front. I see 6 border agents running towards the car, guns drawn. Yes, this is what she does to me.
Oh my
This
God.
all the time. There's more stories. We could go on for days. Like
I love it.
it's amazing.
Oh, wait.
My wife's
And I
so
drive
interesting.
by and wave.
She's waving. She's waving as I'm getting pulled out trying to prove that I am not illegally importing this car. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So you have never had any guns drawn on you. So
Has she had you arrested yet, Jeremy?
no. No.
That was not my fault. That was a banking error.
I got
But I was raised out west in Alberta, in Edmonton, so very close to Medicine Hat. We actually were speaking with
Mhm.
my brain's farting all day today.
Mike and Rihanna.
Yes, Mike and Ree, about the balloon festival, because there was one up in Edmonton for years as well, and they recently have gotten there. So we kind of shared some kind of cool stories about back in the day.
Cat and Cheryl.
Oh,
Hey, we would have to be on the other side of the monitor running the whole thing, but we can get this together.
when would we ever stop just trying to focus them to be able to get more than
I know, right? We wouldn't be able to stay focused.
That's all good. YouTube lets us go up to 11 hours and 59 minutes without automatically cutting off. So we got plenty of time.
We're good.
Yeah.
And Trisha, oh my God, had to come back to the window arrested. Yeah. And we're not talking like, when I say arrested, I mean,
I had to go post bail.
so I get my one phone call, and that's not a trick question. I literally got my one phone call, and I called to leave that.
No.
There's got to be missing.
Mine want to know.
I
Okay.
love it. I love it. Y'all are like us. We just have these moments that are so funny, and we can't stop laughing. We laugh at ourselves.
Oh yeah.
So
We do.
I put a stop payment on a check, and it's like 1635. Let's say, I don't even know what the number is, and it was to the city that we lived in for water bill,
Mhm.
and the bank. Well, it wasn't for the water bill. It was for another issue. We put a stop payment on a check. So those that are younger, there actually was physical checks we used to write.
Yes. Checks.
Checks like paper, and then the one that
They put-
stopped was for the city water bill, and so then the city said that was fraud, and then it was the bill's in his name.
Oh my God.
There was a warrant that we didn't even know about
know.
for this fraudulent check, for a bad check, and it was a bank error because they had inverted the 3 and the 5 or whatever the last 2 digits, and so the wrong check got stopped.
We don't do checks. We haven't never done checks since we've been together.
Yeah. This
This
was
was years ago,
Yeah,
like
this has got to
almost
be
20 years plus ago.
Yeah. But I'm also, at the time, I had just gotten my K visa, so I was here
On a visa.
on a visa
Trying not to
and
get
trying not to get deported, essentially.
Why?
Yeah. So I hadn't even got my permanent residence yet. It was literally, I'm on a K visa. I'm in jail. They stick me in the drunk tank. Okay. I was
it was
in,
like it was 11 o'clock at night.
It
Okay,
was.
So he got stopped for speeding, and then the warrant came out.
it was
Yeah.
technicalities. You
Whatever.
got me arrested.
No,
And she wouldn't bail me out for it. So
I
was,
admit to that, because if you go to jail, I even tell my kid, you do anything stupid and get a, you're gonna sit there at least one night, and then I'll come talk to you.
oh, it was good.
anybody is curious what
I know the world now.
smells like, I still remember.
Right.
Yep.
I try to understand. So if
Yep.
they have to
Boom.
We don't need to focus. I agree. We're having a great conversation.
Stroke last year in May, and I'm curious. Did you have those moments where it would come and go prior to that, or is this kind of more of a
Aggravated after.
Yeah.
I can
Okay.
answer that. I can answer that.
Or
Or
then
then
tell them what type of stroke I had.
it's an ischemic stroke. But before then, yes.
She had to say, "Oh my God."
Before then, she had a concussion. A story. We were trying to kill a fly. If you know Cheryl,
I don't like.
if you know Cheryl, okay, you know that she does not like any type of thing that crawls, creeps, comes up to you, licks your face, and any kind of living thing other than people. Okay, she don't like nothing. No bugs, no nothing. Okay, so a fly gets in the house. I have not a fly swatter, but I have a kitchen towel in my hand because that's how we kill flies in Louisiana. We grab the kitchen towel and pop them real good.
Yep.
Okay, so that's what I got. She has a pan trying to kill a fly. She's standing, and we got an apartment kitchen, right? It's just a straight line. I'm inside the kitchen. She's outside. We're both trying to kill this fly. She stands straight up, looks at me with really wide open eyes, straight as a board, and falls back on her head.
Oh no.
Boom. And I'm talking about a major concussion. Okay. We had to call the ambulance for that. So she had a concussion before then. She had to have speech therapy and physical therapy and occupational therapy to recover from that. And then here comes COVID. That was in 2019, whenever we first got married. Then comes COVID. She got COVID and was hospitalized for 13 days, and now is a COVID long hauler. The chicka chicka boom boom originated with that. It wasn't necessarily the concussion, but the mind started going right after COVID. And it's just like, so that's why during speech therapy, you'll see me sometimes during the show go bzz, like that. That means that she's repeating words and that her brain needs to catch up with what her mouth is doing. And so I had to learn speech therapy on that too. And then all the stress and people tripping with each other caused her to have an ischemic stroke. And now she's still recovering from that and still has home health care to try to get the left side of her body to work the same as her right.
Yeah. So it was similar for Kat. It was a trans ischemic attack. So they didn't classify it as like a major stroke, but
The mini one.
it was a mini stroke that.
Well, and I got to, as soon as I started having symptoms, I ended up at the hospital within like less than 15 minutes. And I got very fortunate. It's one of those God smiling on you moments that it was during a shift change. Nobody was in the emergency room at all at the small hospital nearby us. And then the nurse that was coming off duty that came through her specialty was stroke. And so they immediately got me in. They didn't have paperwork on me, nothing. And then Matt's like, "Where is she?" And I was already in the throes of CAT scans and whatever else they did because I don't recall a lot of it. But so I got very lucky that my son happened to be home because he was getting ready to leave. We're 3 miles from the hospital. He just drove me there. So it was like within 15 minutes, I had medical care, 15 to 20 minutes. And of course, as anybody knows, things with stroke, time is of the essence, essentially, because
much worse.
So it's been a long year of recovery.
Yeah.
But a lot of mine I don't multitask. I have sticky notes everywhere now. There's just, the tiredness and some of those things of just.
I'm tired. I can't, because I can't remember. My thing is I can't remember. And that's the hardest thing.
It's hard
for me because I tell people, the doctors and the nurses that come here, I say, I'm smart. So hard.
It's a hard adjustment too when you're going through it because you don't know necessarily how to share it with people.
No.
And you're frustrated internally with yourself, and that's just difficult to translate.
Well,
so.
I promise you guys, you are always in our thoughts and prayers for this because going through it ourselves, we know the struggles. You know.
And another thing too is as caregivers, Matt, I wanted to speak directly to you. is what I have found myself doing is challenging her. The plants used to be on the back porch. The plants that she talks about, I moved them all the way to the end of the house. So now she has to walk an additional 30, 60 feet per day. And so like I heard her heart speak one time, you know, you should let me do sometimes. And I'm like, okay, let's get it. Because like I have to be her main champion here. It's like I can caregive, but only if you need caregiving at the time. It's a situational thing. I can't put a blanket over anything, but what I can tell you is challenging her will make that brain automatically connect. It's like, okay, now I'm on my own. I've got to make it or break it. Now I got to do this myself. And then I'm just there for in case she needs me at this point, because the more and more progress she makes, the less and less I help. And it's like, we're about at a year and a half on this thing. And I know that it's not what they told us. I don't know this because I'm not a doctor, but what they told us is that it may not be 100% like it used to be. I'm prepared for that. And she's prepared for that. It's just like, I just make up the little 10% of help that they need on a daily basis and then let them fly. That's how I'm looking at it now, because I used to think, oh, snap, this is the situation for the remainder of our days. I'm just going to have to do this, that, and the other. And my boxed brain says that I have to do this every single time. And letting go of that is going to be really hard.
I agree with you there.
Letting go of everything that you're doing for her is going to be really hard. But I'm finding now that if you challenge them, they have to meet the challenge because there's no other choice.
And our biggest issue is I don't know how to slow down, and I don't tell him what's going on. And so I raise my stress levels and I don't rest when I'm supposed to. And so he's always like checking in on me and checking my my vital, like I share my health watch app stuff with him. So he's like, you need to go take a nap because I'll just go.
Right. He's right. He's right. He's very much right.
Yeah. I actually alerts on my phone in the watch when her HRV number, which it's indication
stress.
of stress and inflammation in her body, it dips below a certain level and it'll shoot me an alarm. And that's when it's like, okay, now it's time. We call it the lightning round. I think with Kat and Sheryl, we're going to slow it down to just the round.
Okay. Be nice.
All right. So quick question, just a name. Who is the biggest overpacker of you two?
Sheryl.
Yeah.
Sheryl. Number one right there, overpacking.
All right. The most embarrassing cruise moment you've had in just one word.
Cheryl? That's the answer? No word.
All right. This one.
I can answer that for Sheryl.
Okay.
Valor. I can put that in one word, Valor. And if you've ever watched Go Live Together, you know.
We have to go look at
I'm
Valor.
going to go look at Valor.
Now, let me tell you what happened.
Yep.
Now this is just my cadence. We have a balcony or we have an ocean view. I believe since we're out there in the middle of the ocean, we should walk around naked. I should have been Eve. I don't know.
I think that's not a bad idea.
Okay, but let me tell you, Kurt from CME.
CME?
We had lunch, we had dinner with them the night before, and they told us, now, coming back to New Orleans, you're going to pass a ship, and it's going to be so close. I don't care. It didn't stick. Well, and we were on the ship with them. And so, I was walking around, food, and Jeremy was in bed, and all of a sudden, I saw this big something I thought was a spaceship.
Jeremy, wake up. There's a spaceship outside.
I do dumb stuff.
It was the Carnival Valor passing us on the Mississippi River, very close to each other.
I thought they were coming for us.
How much did you have to drink?
None. This is me. Can you imagine? The people that come here, when they come here for the first time, like the doctors and nurses and whatever, do you do drugs? And you know what I tell them? I said, if I did, can you imagine?
She'll say that stuff all the time. And it's like, You don't need any extra stimulants, baby.
Right.
You do not need
I'm
it.
entertaining enough.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. And I actually thought those were a spaceship. It was like the ship was all lit up.
Lights.
Yes.
That's fair.
How would I not think it was not a spaceship? I thought it was a spaceship, and Jeremy jumped out of bed. Of course, he only had underwear on, but
I had to get the video. I'm out there in my drawers
Really, I would too.
getting the video.
Naked
sure.
We're not sharing that one, baby. Not this time.
No, okay.
No, you said the most embarrassing one. That was the question, right?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
All right.
Gosh, it was just recently.
Mhm.
It was it Radiance? Joel, we were at the front of the ship.
We're at the front of the ship.
Radiance. It was on Radiance. And you could see the captain's bridge or whatever. And I'm like, oh, they can't see us. So I was like out in the balcony nude. It's like, they can see your balcony.
And this isn't at
And
night,
it
guys.
was at the sea, though. It was all blue.
This is not at night. This is like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
That was at night. Mine was at
We had
night.
just gotten in from a shore excursion. I'm like, everything.
No, we were already out of port, though. It wasn't from a shore excursion because it was all
No,
blue.
yes, we were in from. You were getting ready
Yeah.
for dinner. You're getting all of that. You're straight butt naked,
Whatever. It's not
The word butt naked.
and we're standing out. I'm out on the balcony because I'm trying to get content for Sail Away, and she just comes on out. Captain's Bridge is right there, and I'm like,
You might want to go inside. I'm like, I don't care.
she's like, whatever. I'm like, oh my god, we're getting kicked off. You know, it became a. It
Are we
became
become
a
friends?
yeah.
I might not
Virgin
get
boy
kicked off.
did not bring the pineapple magnets to put on the door, nor was I.
Mm. And guess what? I have pineapple on my rollator.
Mm.
pineapple luggage tag.
I have a pineapple luggage tag on my
She,
rollator.
for a joke, thought it was funny and bought me pineapple swim shorts. Upside down pineapple swim
No,
shorts, and I'm like,
some of them are upside
I'm
down.
like,
They're
I
all
am
different
not
directions.
wearing that.
You're
There's-
so
yeah,
dramatic.
yeah, I'm not wearing that. All right. So, next question.
Okay.
What is the weirdest thing you've ever packed? And I know her answer for this, so we'll save this one for it.
Those are on,
Just got to know which ones to pack.
they're on the prohibited items list.
What?
I had to read it for the fans.
They are on the prohibited items list. You cannot.
Yeah.
You cannot-
The weirdest thing that I have packed was something that I didn't pack. I had to get off of the ship while we were still docked in New Orleans. I was vaping at the time, and my vape had a special charger. And I left my vape charger in the car. And everybody knows New Orleans, you get right off the ship, boom, you're at your vehicle. So I had to ask permission to get off the ship and then come back with my vape charger, and they let me do it. That was one thing that I did not pack. And that was strange. So I can't think of any strange things that I packed because I don't even pack my bags. She does.
You don't know what's in it.
I can't answer that question, honestly.
And Kat, you paid for Matt.
No, and there's a reason why. I'll get to explain it. I get to answer the one.
Okay. I haven't. I'm the overpacker. I pack for the people next in the cabin.
For the entire cruise.
That's kind of part of the Jeremy's face.
On our last cruise, I think it was it MSC or NCL?
Princess
Princess.
was our last
They
trip.
were where they told us they were going to do the window, clean the patio or whatever.
Balconies, yeah.
And they say, keep it with blinds. I can't. The guy was coming through, and the people that do it are the people that wear those engineering.
He's a
type.
hazmat suit thingy.
Yeah. And so guess what? My windows were open, and he came through that and came through that way.
Walked into the room.
And I saw, and I said, he'll never want to date a black woman ever in life.
Videos and vlogs in our room. So we want to make sure that it's nice and clean for y'all whenever you see us. I don't want just all of our junk hanging out, unmade beds. That's just unprofessional. So what we do is we do our own room, and we asked him to stay away. on NCL, the guy literally told us that every 48 hours, we have to
You're
have
fired.
proof of life and make sure you're still here and still alive. And so we're like, okay, yeah, we're here, but we keep the do not disturb sign on, light on, or placard hanging out in the window because we believe, I know that these guys work way too hard for the little bit of money that the cruise line is paying them. And we see the line of people that are taking their gratuities. So in order to make up for less work for them, this is what we do. Okay. We tell them, take the day off, the whole day. And matter of fact, you want something while we're in port? Don't touch the room, please. Don't do that.
Yeah, we tell them we'll bring you whatever you want back.
No. We break that cruise rule every single cruise.
What's one you break?
I don't break any cruise rules. I'm the perfect cruiser.
I pack cups.
What do we do, Chad, Simone? I want to hear it. 'Cause
I try to always follow every cruise rule.
really,
That'll work.
No, he does not. He don't at all. Mine is you can. There's certain cups you can pack. The Velcro that go flat. Just put them in there. They have no idea what they are.
okay. See, she's giving me more stuff to pack.
I know, right? But we're just still going to do the show live in front of the people who are coming on the cruise because y'all spent y'all's time, money, planning, carrying, putting your dogs up in kennels and stuff like that. We are going to be there to entertain you guys just like we do on the morning show. We thank everybody who is a part of that cruise.
It is fantastic. We wish we could join you for that cruise.
Yeah.
We
We
actually
already had one
are.
planned.
We had when we found out about it, we already had one booked. We are leaving out of Galveston as well. On Jeremy's very first ship, we're going out on the Breeze on October 29th. We're going to be in Cozumel for Halloween. So we're going to do some cool content from downtown, doing some festivals and parades.
Hopefully, if they have stuff.
Yeah, they already do. I've already
Okay.
been working on it, baby. So
Yep.
some
And
pretty
if money was no object, my dream bucket list cruise now is still Hawaii. Y'all can talk about Alaska all you want to, but I'm a hot weather type of guy. I want to go to Hawaii. I don't want to go on a cruise and freeze. I don't. I like cooler weather. And now that we're here in Dallas, I'm good. But I'm like right in this nuts.
Sure, I feel the same way about Kat. I've gotten to know her, but I thought I knew her before. This right here is funny. It's all get
there speaking with our neighbor who's at like 2 houses down, and he's like, yeah, she just came home, she just had a stroke. And I was just like, you know what,
They're
none
like,
of it matters.
yeah.
Life doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is the moment right here.
This is a moment.
That's
to-
why you need to miss it.
Yep.
To talk to that neighbor.
And that's the way we feel. We feel like, and the whole family, because we had a discussion, me and the family and Jeremy, this is it. This is it. And we're good about it. We are happy. There's not a sad day because you can't get sad when you are this way, because if you get sad, it might be your last sad day together. So what we do, we embrace, we let it flow. He says flow, we flow. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what we do. And I'm still, Lord, I'm gonna have to find somewhere to put this because I feel like I have something on my maybe if I
Move back.
move back. Okay,
Move back.
See,
But then she can't see the screen to see the chat.
Yeah.
You need a bigger monitor in front of her, and I'm really thinking about donating my spare here until we can because she needs to have words bigger on the screen. So yeah.
all right. I know I said it was the last question, but I do have one.
Okay, come on, I'm ready.
We're here for it.
All right. If you could give one piece of advice to someone taking their very first cruise, what would it be?
Have fun. Don't cruise with your daughter. I'm so serious because let me tell you why. This is a serious thing. This is a secret. The one that's in the poly, she's the one that cruises with us the most. She likes to party. And I worry so much. Oh my God. I know she can't go anywhere, but if she's not home, not back in the cabin by 2 a.m., because I've already ordered her food to eat, so I need for her to be back in the cabin so I don't have to get dressed and go out in the cabin. And this is a thing. This is a thing. Because you can't go to guest services, because in that paper they give you on Carnival, I don't know about anybody else, but other than NCL, if you lose something, you can go to guest services. And something to me is my grandson, because I thought he was lost on the ship. And I went to guest services because I took him. He was a teenager, and my God. And I didn't know where he was. He didn't come back by the time it was time to eat dinner. So I went down to guest services with my fun times or whatever it's called. And I said, in this, it says, if I've lost something, to come to guest services. I'm using their words, not mine. And so they said, what have you lost? I said, I've lost my grandson. And I need somebody to help me find him. So guess what? Let me tell you the process. They go and get the security, and they'll say, okay, hold on. And then they'll go back to the back, and they'll come back with the picture that they have taken of you on the ship. Trust and believe. They've got your first picture that they've ever taken, and they'll say, is this your grandson? I said, yes, and I can't find him, and he's lost. And this paper says, if I've lost something, to come here. And they said, okay. And I said, where is the captain, just in case he's been, I'm over the top. Where is the captain? Because he needs to stop the ship. And they say, ma'am, before we wake the captain up. That's what they told me. These are the words they told me. These are not some I'm making up. And I said, well, who's driving the ship if he's asleep? I mean, I need to know. We're going down some real big rabbit holes at this time. Come to find out, he met somebody that daughter who played for, what was that team? New England. What's that team? Whatever it is. Okay. And he met that person's daughter, and he was hanging out with a group of people that included her. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. And guess where they were? In the back where the pizza place was.
That's always the pizza place.
Yes. And I said, and they said, ma'am, just go to dinner with the rest of your group, and we will let you know. So, true story. I saw him walking behind security with his towel and his beachwear on. And they held me down because I wanted to just slap him. He said, but Granny, I put the note on the mirror in the thing, but the note fell down and I didn't see it. He said, I will not be going to dinner with you tonight. I'll be hanging with my friends. But at least you know what they do.
Yep.
Services. If you lose a person, it is a thing.
That is pretty cool. What about you, Jeremy?
I have two. I've got a funny one and a real one. The funny one is, if you are walking with a little girl who is 10 years old back from Pizzeria del Capitano, be sure to hold your pizza to the plate, because whenever you're walking with said 10-year-old little girl, she will bump into you and your pizza will fall off of the plate every single time. And I mean that. We've had to go back to Pizzeria del Capitano so many times. The pizza just falls off the plate. Hold the pizza to your plate. It will slip off. I'm just saying, every time. And secondly, a serious one is pay for the chat. If you take your family or friends, or if you go with a group or ungroup cruise, pay for the chat. That way everybody can connect with each other, because whenever we cruise, we don't cruise with the internet package. I like to turn off my phone, put it on airplane mode, and don't turn it back on until we reach Galveston again. So we completely disconnect. But to connect with each other, all of your cruise ship apps are going to have a chat function. and go ahead and put the little $5 or $10 or whatever it is to connect with each other all week. That way you can make better plans with each other instead of having to call the stateroom. Oh, they're not there. Instead of having to do this, do that. Alternatively, you can sell Princess Medallion class and always have each other's location no matter where you go. And that is the one thing, the selling point of Princess that I love is you can always find each other.
Love that about Princess.
Yeah.
All right, baby. Best cruise advice to a new cruiser.
Don't try to do everything at once. Just pick your top things and roll with the punches. Go with the flow, if you will. It's good to have a plan, but don't get so wound up if it doesn't work out, and just enjoy because you don't know what's on that ship your first time. There are so many things that you don't expect or know that exist.
That's right.
And then the clean shower caps or the disposable plastic shower caps. Trish, I was just saying that to Matt. I'm like, the shower caps they're just tiny things. Throw them in your pocket. So when you're grabbing anything from the buffet or whatever, put it over the top and
we take them.
At Dollar Tree, they got the cover-ups. They look like shower caps, and they just fit over.
Yeah, whatever they're called. They look like shower caps.
She calls them shower caps. I'm not going to argue with her, but cover-ups. Yeah. For me, the best piece of advice I think I would give new cruisers is pick the cruise that matches you.
Yes.
There are so many different options out there.
That's a good one.
And I think the most important one is pick the cruise line that makes the most sense for the way you enjoyed a vacation. Carnival has a very specific people it does. So does Royal.
There's different energies and personalities.
There's just time, do the research, pick the right cruise. That will make a difference. That will make a difference on whether you're a cruiser one time or a cruiser for life.
Right. Yeah, that is true. That is true, because with Jeremy, his clients will try to sell them MSC. And guess what? They'll say no. They want Cannibal.
Everywhere.
Cruising
is Fun Anytime is a YouTube channel. It is a Facebook group. It is also a TikTok account, as well as an Instagram, Threads, and X. Jeremy and Sheryl Cruise Adventures could be found all of those places also. I have a channel called Hats on a Mission that can be found on YouTube, TikTok, a Facebook page, Instagram, Threads, and Lemon8. I'm on all of those.
Me too.
Me personally, Jeremy Boucher 77 can be found on Patreon, Instagram.
Here next month or tomorrow. Remember, cruise smarter, not harder.
That's true. Right. And that's their tagline. That's what we got.
Our tagline. So have a great day, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Being here. That's what this community is about. Real people, real cruise talk, the stuff cruisers actually talk about after dinner, at the pool bar, or standing on a balcony. No polished travel ads, no fake hype, just the good, the bad, and the absolutely ridiculous side of cruising. And honestly, that's the fun of it. So wherever your next getaway takes you, we hope it's filled with good people, strong drinks, ocean breeze, late nights, and stories worth talking about long after you get home. Until next time, keep cruising smarter, not harder. Good night, everybody.